My friends, I feel like I've been promising an updated review on one of my favorite affordable skincare brands for such a long time now. Let's do it today. Let's talk about VERSED skincare in 2024. Oh, VERSED. This brand is such a good brand for sensitive skin in particular, and if you're just stumbling upon this channel, my skin type is dry, acne-prone, and a bit sensitive. But the funniest thing about this brand is I feel like for a lot of people, you might know them as the headband brand. You know, we had to wear one of these bubble headbands in today's video. It is VERSED that got that ball rolling, and yet there's so much more to this brand. They really are a wonderful skincare brand, and in today's video, again, I want to update you on my thoughts on these products. We're gonna structure today's video the way I always do this type of video. My favorites, my okay products, and my not so much. I wanted to let you all know I did buy some of the products in this video with my own money. I've been a longtime fan of this brand. Look at this. I still have and use my Dermaplane system. And the brand has sent me products in PR. My story with VERSED is that I fell in love with this brand. According to YouTube 3 years ago, I originally bought everything with my own money, did a full review on the brand, and if you go and find that old video, it might shock you how much is no longer available. Oh, VERSED, why do you have to be one of the discontinued brands? The discontinued brands, right? It's a whole category. Pacifica is a discontinued brand. Elf is becoming a bit of a discontinued brand, getting rid of products some people love. So I feel like maybe I don't speak for just me when I say I find that frustrating. I find it frustrating that I can't go and buy a serum that I've used for years. I cannot repurchase this. It's gone. And I felt the same way about their cleanser for a while. They had a cream cleanser that it was hit or miss for people. I see why some people didn't like it, but I did. VERSED discontinued that, and it was only upon getting this in PR, the new Gentle Cream Cleanser, that I realized, wait, it almost feels like they made that product better, as if this is Gentle Cycle 2.0. So here's where I'm going with this and my kind of question for all of you. Now that I realize they've done this of discontinuing and coming out with better products, how do we feel about that? Is that a better model than, say, something like how Misha just reformulates over and over again? The Time Revolution that you all are using now is nowhere near what I used 6 years ago. I think in some ways this is better because there's less confusion, less of the sneaky, quiet reformulations, right? But at the same time, I don't know if I would have given VERSED a second chance without them sending me these products, and that's a bummer to say. Anyway, I'm spoiling some of this video. I really like this. Shall we go ahead and get into the re-reviews today? My first category is my favorites, and listen, you know, I have to put this there. This is the Soft Launch Gentle Hydrating Cleanser, and it is everything I could want in a cream cleanser. The problem with the old Gentle Cycle Cleanser is that it kind of separated over time, which a lot of people don't like to see. It looks a little disturbing. It left a little bit of a film behind, all of which I was willing to look past because I'm somebody with dry skin who needs these gentle cleansers. I think what happened with this category is that a few years ago, it was so hard to find products that were true cream cleansers because that's not what people thought they wanted. I mean, growing up, we absolutely thought the more foaming, the better, and that's just not true. You can cleanse your skin without any foaming effect at all. But people didn't know this, and it's been a slow development of teaching people that cleansing without foam is an option. And so yeah, several years ago you just didn't see many of these on the market, and I think that's a lot of why VERSED having this affordable option at the drugstore became such a go-to for me. Now they're back with a better product. I absolutely think it's better. This has several forms of hyaluronic acid, which again, you don't really absorb in the cleansing step, but it does contribute to the experience of using that cleanser. But the catch now is there's a lot of competition. Bioma's cream cleanser is also fantastic. Essentry has a great option in K-Beauty. There's no longer, 3 or 4 on the market. Is this a good one? Yes, and I do like the simple pump system. I think I prefer the simple pump here to Bioma's system. you know what's funny? All of my absolute favorites from Versed are kind of newer products. This one admittedly has been around for a while, but I didn't review it in my original video. I think they released it shortly after my first review. The Doctor's Visit Instant Resurfacing Mask. Do y'all remember when this was all over social media? For good reason. For good reason. This contains an AHA and BHA complex plus pineapple enzyme. So what you're getting here is your chemical exfoliation through different sizes of AHAs as well as enzymatic-based exfoliation. But what you will notice is the percentages of these ingredients are very low. And yes, that's intentional. This is exactly the right level of these chemical exfoliants for those of us with sensitive skin. One thing I've always loved about Versed is that they are very transparent about the percentages of actives in their products, and they're low. They're low. Which you might think is a bad thing, but it all depends on your sensitivity. And because I struggle so much with high percentages of glycolic acid, lactic acid, these levels in a quick 2 to 3 minute mask, it's absolute perfection. This is why I think that everybody has a skincare journey. You know, you start with a rough idea of what your skin needs. Maybe you don't even start with that. I mean, we've got the VIB sale coming up. I see people asking, what skincare should I buy, with zero explanation of what they're looking for. Maybe they don't know what they're looking for yet, but you start on a skincare journey and you figure out what it is that you want. What are your goals? What ingredients work well for you and at what levels? And that's why I'm happy that this product exists. This is one of very few chemical exfoliants that I can continuously use. And my third favorite, I just recently talked about this, so maybe we'll fly through this, but the Sweet Relief Overnight Barrier Balm. Of course I love this because I love hefty, thick, occlusive, overnight balms, and to have such a super simple ingredients list, but a great product at an affordable price point that is very accessible. They have this brand at Target. All of that makes me so happy. This is the only one where I feel like I have seen negative reviews. I've seen some people say they don't like the smell, and I'm completely perplexed by that. I think we might be coming back around to that problem of fragrance-free skincare. If you want real fragrance-free, it's going to have a smell to it. Have you seen people say things like, "Oh, it smells chemical. It smells like water. What chemical? What chemical?" Do you know I have a bone to pick with Influencer? They sent me a survey recently, and they asked me my preference for chemical-free skincare. They actually said that in 2024. That, do you prefer to use chemical-free skincare or not? I'm like, Anyway, my point here is this one does have a smell because the ingredients used in products typically have a smell. I just don't think it's bad, though. It just smells like a balm to me. Before we close out this section, I'm going to say one more time, I do love their Dermaplane system. That's why I stuck with it for years. It does actually work better than the cheapies, and I can tell you that because I went and bought some cheapies recently and realized, oh no, Versed is much, much better. Let's move into my like section. These are products that, in some cases, like this one, I've repurchased many times, but I have some minor gripes with them. So this one, the Baby Cheeks All-in-One Hydrating Milk, was in my very first Versed review. I originally said that I really love this. They claim it is made for dry skin, and it is, with algae and bamboo. Super simple ingredients list, but just a great toner. They say you can use it in place of cleansing in the morning. I still do that to this day. Again, not every day, but sometimes that's what my skin needs, and this product works so well for that. The only problem is I don't love the pump system. Every so often I see some of the toner go whew. Can't put it on my face now, it's on the floor. That's the reason this is held back for me. Also because I do like a lot of K-Beauty toners, and it's far from your only option. You know, I went years without it. Only bought it again to see if I still love it, and I do. Look, I recently repurchased it, and I'm already halfway through the bottle. This was in my original review. The Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm still exists, and I still have it in a mini size. Here's the funny thing about this one. So this is a good cleansing balm. I originally loved it, but I've become more critical of it as better and better balms have entered the market, kind of like the cleansing milk, or cream cleanser. What I like about this is that the second it touches your skin, it melts. It just melts your makeup right off. What I don't like is I feel like it could emulsify a bit better. It's not as bad as some of the cleansing balms that I feel like just leave a lot of a film behind, but I do feel like it leaves a little bit of a film behind. This product also has essential oils, eucalyptus oil, clove oil. I like the smell of this. I know some people still prefer to avoid essential oils, but this product works just fine for me. I just ultimately prefer other products, and I think that's how to describe these as well, the new Water Rush products. So the Intensive Hydrating Serum, we'll start with this one. This is a great option for just a super simple hyaluronic acid serum, but as I've said so many times on this channel, that's just not my favorite category. I need a little more than just simple hydration. I've got a lot of skin problems, you know? I wish I didn't, but I need more. Nice product, good price point, not something that I need in my own routine. Personally, the Water Rush Hydrating Eye Gel is a bit more up my alley. We have more than hyaluronic acid here. We have soothing and calming ingredients such as panthenol, such as ceramide. The catch for me with this one is that it's not enough on its own. It's kind of more of a serum to me. So I like to put a heavier cream on top. I'm going to group all of these together because, bizarrely enough, the mood lighting products all have basically the same ingredients. They're very similar products. It's just that you have kind of 3 shade options. All of these products are that makeup, skincare, hybrid category. So I'd have to say my favorite is probably the illuminating one. It's still just a hair too deep for my skin to be a true highlighter. Can you see how it kind of has a bit of an orange tint, and yet it kind of does even out my skin tone. This entire category, I don't hate it, I just also don't really use it very often because, as controversial apparently as this is, I'm somebody who likes skincare and makeup. Thankfully, I feel like opinions have shifted a little bit, but you know, years and years ago when I posted my reviews, people would see me wearing, I don't know, green eyeshadow and say something like, I can't trust her for skincare reviews because she wears makeup. Oh yes, I see how you could be fooled into thinking that I was born with bright jade green eyelids. But because of that, I feel like it was kind of hard to convince some people that were strictly into skincare that it's okay to enjoy products that have a little bit of tint to them. In fact, that actually can even be beneficial. You know, we now know about iron oxides and blue light. I just realistically don't use these very much because there's just not a lot of pigment. It's not as much the type of product that I personally enjoy. What I will tell you is I don't think you need all 3. I thought that all 3 would act as a highlighter, blush, bronzer, and no, they're too similar. See that? Looks like highlighter, blush, bronzer, but you start blending them out and you realize, oh, they're all just extremely light. Yeah? Can you see the color differences? So it's a nice idea, not as much for me, much more for people that are hesitant about makeup. And that's okay if you are. I understand it. It's very jarring to see yourself look different the first time you put on makeup or make any kind of changes. One thing I think about a lot is the very first time I ever dyed my hair. I was 14 and I dyed it bright purple. Oh, I used to scare myself. I'd walk into the bathroom at night and just terrify myself. Who is this purple-haired girl in my house? Oh, right. I want to include one more product in my okay section, and I feel almost mean doing this because it's one of those products where I can you tell what it is? I can see how much you could like this product if you have the opposite skin type of mine. The Point Moisturizing Gel Cream, it just is so made for combination skin to oily skin. You've got green tea in here, one of those balancing ingredients in terms of oil production. You've got aloe juice, again, a very simple and straightforward ingredients list, and just a simple and straightforward lightweight moisturizer. And this is moisturizer, so it's where personal preference and or skin type intersect. Preference matters a lot here, as well as what your skin individually needs. Not enough for me personally because I do like heavier moisturizers, but I absolutely get it. I absolutely fully understand it's just not right for my skin type. Let's end this video with the one product that I didn't end up loving, and it is the sunscreen. This is the Guards Up Daily Mineral Sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 35, made with 15.2% zinc oxide. It does have a tint, you know, a universal tint. Here's the thing, it's not a bad mineral sunscreen. Is it completely mineral? Probably not. It does have butyloctyl salicylate in it after all. It's just that now that I use K-Beauty sunscreens, it's so hard to use mineral sunscreens. Even the best of the best, my $70 mineral sunscreens. I still struggle to use those because it's just so much faster to put on. Today's sunscreen was the Skin 104 sunscreen, so fast. But that's not the fault of any of these brands. That's the fault of US regulations. And so it just gets to be it's a frustrating topic. What I'm ultimately saying is that my worst from VERSED is worst because it has to be, because this is all the US government will allow in products that I can use. We've talked before about how my sensitive skin type cannot handle 2 of the chemical filters approved in the US, and unfortunately, it's the 2 that would make a broad spectrum sunscreen. So mineral it is, and mineral is just a pain. In the clip, you see me applying this and just kind of struggling to buff it in. It takes a minute, and that's my problem. Why would I want to take 5 minutes on a sunscreen when I can take 30 seconds? And my friends, that's it. That brings us to the end of another skincare re-review here on the channel. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know if you're a big VERSED enthusiast, if we share the same opinions on these products. Let me know if you've never tried the brand. I don't know if they are internationally available, and some of you are international viewers. But that is it for today's video. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all next time.